La 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 la. Wait a minute, whoa, wrong song. Nevena is back, but the song is new. It is Kruna. A Kruna is a crown, and a crown is for what? A queen, honey.
Ran, honey.
Shall we talk about it? Let's do this. Yes, Nevena Bozovic, one of the most beautiful women in all of the Balkans.
Stunning.
Stunning.
Eurovision's next top model.
Oh,
yes. Let's call it.
Kosovar queen, Serbian, beautiful, stunning. She's got the full package. She went to Junior Eurovision. She went to Eurovision in a group, didn't make the final, and now she is back for redemption. The song is Kruna Crown. She loves her man and she needs him to know it. This is all about her devotion. She gives everything to him. Debin.
Wow. Nevena can sing. That's all I'm gonna start by saying she can sing. When she belts her pipes out, you do nothing but listen. You know, the staging at WIWI wasn't great, but it didn't matter. You just were looking at this beautiful girl singing this really emotional, touching ballad.
Yeah.
I've read the comments. Some people have called this predictable. Some people have said, you know what? Music doesn't always have to define new realm. You can sing a beautiful song. There's nothing predictable about this. If you're singing a love song, and you want to predict, it's not predictable. This is a beautiful love story with a certain added mystery hearing it in Serbian. However, if she decides that this is going to be in English, that melodic structure also works. And she can definitely
It's not in English. She's released the revamp and it's in Serbian.
Even better. Keep it in Serbian, babe. But you can have an English version, you can have a French version.
There's an English verse.
Amen, babe. You know what? I'm all for Nevena.
You've clearly listened to it many times.
This is beautiful. I like it. I really like it, actually. This just blows me away.
It's banging.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Love her.
Okay, so you say it's not predictable, I say predictable Balkan ballad, but that's not a bad thing because I like Balkan ballads. I'm a big fan of them at Eurovision usually, and I am a fan of this one. Do I think that it's the best of its genre? Do I think that it's the best kind that we've ever seen? Absolutely not. But she performs it well.
Yeah.
She's very telegenic.
Yeah.
She's
stunning.
Beautiful.
Absolutely stunning.
Impressive.
She has a great voice.
Yeah.
All those things together do make a good Eurovision performance. Do I see this necessarily being a safe qualifier? Maybe not, because I still think that because there is that slight predictability, and in a year where we've got a lot of acts trying something new, you've got your Hataris, you've got your Conan Osiris's, is that sort of predictability or formulaic maybe style that this song is in going to harm it? Potentially. But I think that she could really, you know, if she gets a good slot with running order and all those kind of factors you have to filter in, I can see it qualifying, certainly. I don't think it's as certain, but she could really lift it. And I think no matter what, the staging will be better than the WIWI staging, because that was a bit of a sad pyro, is what I'll say. And I have a feeling that the pyro budget might be upped a little bit when we get to Tel Aviv.
Yeah, I've got to say, she reminds me of Celine Dion in some ways, because she's a very thin, kind of, not frail, but she's, you know, a slight woman, and then that voice is massive. It's like, where did that come from? Where was she hiding that? An extreme beauty, a swan, she glides, she's effortless, she hits her angle, she looks good from every angle, she finds the light.
She's so beautiful to look at.
Oh my God, she's got this voice. There's just so much positive here, okay? There's so much positive. Unfortunately, I don't think this song is the crown the queen deserves. I think the song, we've heard it before. I feel like we've heard this before a million different ways, a million different times, and at Eurovision, and from Serbia, and from, you know, Montenegro, and from Minsk. It's just, this feels very familiar. She does it well. She sells it. Listen, I love mugu gai pan, okay? I'm in the Chinese restaurant, I'm getting some mugu gai pan. And many people serve mugu gai pan in different ways, but I like mugu gai pan no matter where I'm eating it, okay? So I like this. I just wish there was maybe a bit more chili oil, and some dim sum on the side. You know what I'm saying?
You're making me hungry.
Yes, girl, I need to eat. So long story short, I think she sells what she has. I'm not a huge fan of what she has per se, because I've heard it before, but she delivers it in a very, very nice way. Serbia is not an automatic qualifier ever anymore. We've learned this in recent years. They're often out borderline, in borderline. I mean, Nevena Bozovic.
Won't somebody save me tonight?
Great song, and it fell just short. And then last year, Balkanica, they fell on the right side.
Yeah, but we were kind of writing that off at one point. You know, I was a huge fan of that, and then we got to Eurovision, and I wasn't a big fan of it, to be honest. And then I was surprised when it did qualify. Was I glad it did? Yeah, retrospectively, I'm very happy it did. And I would be perfectly fine with Kruna making it through as well.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, I just feel like it's not hitting that, like, oh my god part for me yet.
Oh wait, Ernst & Young is saying that our scores are now locked and it is time to deliver out of a 10 Debin prediction justification score.
Listen, it's a 7.5. This is a very decent song. Yes, okay, fine, we've heard it before. Big deal. But it's coming from her. It's true to her. She's the one narrating this. She's the one who's authored it. And when she delivers it, I'm completely gripped. I wasn't as crazy about Moye 3 as you were, for instance.
Love them.
But what she's come back with.
Mirna.
Solo.
Nevena.
Wow.
Sarah Joe.
I think Nevena, I really think she's so talented. She's so beautiful. There's a sense of purity here. And when she sings, I feel devotion coming out of her. That has to be rewarded with good scores. I'm giving this a 7.5.
I'm going with a 6, just because I do feel like I've seen things like this before at Eurovision. And the one that really sticks out to me in terms of like something I'm comparing it to, I compare it a lot to Breathlessly, Claudia Faniello.
Yeah.
And obviously that did really, really poorly in the end, which was a huge shock. I don't think that this is going down the same route by any stretch of the means, but I wonder whether, because it is one of those things where it's like, oh, we've heard that before at Eurovision, are juries really going to think, oh, well, she's beautiful and she has a great voice. Oh, well, she has to get points. Nowadays, I'm not so certain, but I would like to see it in the final, if only to sort of like give Moya 3 a little bit of revenge. At least one of them gets to go to a final that they deserve.
I don't vote based on past records. I don't vote based on reputation. I vote on the song that's in front of me. Nevena is near and dear to me. I love her. I love her voice. I love everything about her. I just think at the moment, the song is not living up to my expectations. However, I reserve the right to elevate my score when we are in Tel Aviv.
What is the score?
My score is a 4. And that is based on the Beovizia performance, because there was nothing happening.
We're all basing it on that.
Yeah, I know, I'm just saying what I'm basing it on. There was nothing happening. There was nothing happening. It came third in the televote, or was it third of the jury? I can't remember. It was third in one of them. And I think this has potential though, and I think it will be better in Tel Aviv with all the fancy staging that will be available, because not all countries in the national final are able to invest the funds, and that's something we have to consider. So what we see in Tel Aviv will actually be a very different product, I think. And the revamp is much stronger, by the way. The revamp is much stronger.
And thankfully, we're not the only WIWI bloggers on the panel.
We are not. The overall global average from all of our bloggers all across the world, from the US of A down under to Australia and back to Europe and the UK, see what I did there, is... Okay, there's some love for this song, obviously.
Yeah, it's certainly,
In any case, does Serbia's Nevena wear a Kruna? What is your score out of 10? Let us know down below, honey.
Make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell.
And follow us on multiple social media platforms, including Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Oh yeah, we're gonna see you later. Bye, Paula.